This original sketch was done last month, which is why September 2020 is written on it. When I finally got around to creating the painted version, it was mid-October. Of course, I ended up forgetting to change September to October. For the pre-painting sketch, I used a Faber-Castell Polychromos color pencil, burnt ochre. I'll talk a little more about these pencils later on. In an attempt to be more organized, I pre-selected the colors I wanted, but I ended up adding a couple more and even reaching and dabbing into my palettes out of frame. So, no, it wasn't just those 7 there. But they were the basis for the overall color scheme. Normally, I would have used my largest flat brush for the background, but I now have a number 4 Neptune quill and wanted to try it out. I also tried a different technique, letting gravity do its drippy thing. That's Amethyst Genuine and Payne's Gray, by the way. And it worked great for my purposes. Enough color to be noticeable, but pale enough so the other layers would show well. Usually, I want the deepest purple I can get, but sometimes a subtle amethyst genuine wash can be just the thing. About this paper, it's Shizen Professional Grade Hot Press 140 pound 100% cotton rag. Good friend Gail donated a package of 5 sheets to the Inkworks cause, and I was very excited to try it out. If you're strictly a cold press person, don't let the hot press label here put you off, because Shizen's version has a certain amount of texture, and it was a pleasure to work on. Although there was some buckling during the painting process, the sheet went quite flat once it was dry, so I'm glad I chose to use it for this project. I don't keep it in my main palette, but I used Terre Verte for the soap bars. I realize that these days, soap making can involve all sorts of complex designs and shapes, but I kept things simple because I hadn't painted soap before. You might be wondering, how hard can it be? Well, try it and find out. There's a hand washing sequence in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. with a brief close-up on a bar of soap. It's like maybe 5 seconds long, but that image stuck because the artists obviously put a lot of work into that little bit of scene setting. I imagine the Good Witch's soap is made with a special wellness formula and probably smells like magic. That's magic with a K. For detailing, I went with the walnut brown color pencil. I just got this set of color pencils specifically for undersketching and detailing, like with this piece. The Dom's brand pencils I had weren't up to the task. They kept breaking each time I tried to sharpen them. I don't even recall where they came from. So I knew I wanted a basic set, but a good quality one. So I followed Becky Tregear's recommendation and got this set. The Faber-Castell Polychromos, their set of 12 color pencils. This is the first project I've used them on, and so far I really like them. They work how I need them to, and with no breakage. It makes sense because I really like the quality of Faber-Castell's Pitt artist pens too. You may have noticed I've been using those a lot, and that's because I like them, especially the brush-tipped ones. Mycology is so fascinating to me. The huge variety of fungi and the skill and knowledge required for confident and successful foraging is something I envy. Of course, the bulk of my interest lies in the culinary aspects. Yeah, I'll happily eat button mushrooms dipped in dressing, sliced and mayoed on bread, sauteed and added to a cream sauce, or slow cooked in butter and ranch mix. My favorite is chanterelles in butter and cream. But it's been years because chanterelles are so darned expensive. I guess if I had to trudge through the woods to get them, I'd charge an arm and a leg too. Some years ago, I watched a video where a man went to a lot of trouble to find a bunch of gorgeous chanterelles, and when he got them home, he boiled them. Look, I'm sure he had his reasons. I don't claim to be an expert in shroom cookery, but my foodie side died a little while watching that. After completing this piece, it occurred to me that it probably isn't called wool when it's from alpacas. Whatever. I'm just an armchair homesteader, after all. And that includes daydreaming about harvesting honey from my own bees, gathering eggs from the duck house, and milking Lottie and Letty, the ornery goats. Never mind that everything I know about farming comes from the 70s Britcom Good Neighbors / The Good Life. Just Paul Clarking things here with a bit of spattering. On the whole, it's not a bad painting, I'd say, especially considering I wasn't using any reference images. Well, besides my own original pen sketch, that is. The fleece looks nice and soft. The mushrooms have a speckly earthiness, and I'll bet those soap bars lather up like nobody's business. I couldn't get the color quite right for the walnut ink, but that's okay if you just imagine it's in a purplish bottle. I took it extra slow while removing the tape, but it still tore just a teensy bit of the paper. No biggie. It even adds to the rustic appeal. I'm happy to share this page from the Good Witch's journal. She was so proud to meet her monthly quotas that she went ahead and treated herself to a pitcher of pumpkin punch, only to get arrested for being drunk and disorderly and spending the night in witch jail. It wasn't so bad, though. Once you've been burned at the stake, you look at these things from a different perspective. Until next time, stay artsy, my friends.